So my name's Vicky Hamilton, I'm a product designer. I have a startup business called Recoil Knee Pads. One of the things that we've picked up on from a startup perspective is that things have to happen really, really quickly. So you just have to be keeping up to date with what's happening.
So Refugee is an organisation that welcomes refugees to the city and now to Scotland as well. Technology has a huge impact and changes the landscape massively. Technology allows me to work from the bus, to work from the back garden, but it adds a massive amount of flexibility to the workplace.
So I'm Alistair Ireland, I'm the founder and CEO of Hooler. We are the place for all things student. We help students buy and sell their second-hand textbooks, we help them find storage solutions over summer, and we help them find tutors when they're struggling in education. I think working life is changing all towards this kind of technical movement. People are needing to become better at their work-life balance, and the role that technology is playing in it is becoming more and more prominent now.
My name is Josh Littlejohn. I am co-founder of Social Bite, which is a social enterprise in Scotland, a small chain of sandwich and coffee shops where we do a lot of work with the homeless. A lot of the traditional career paths that might have existed in previous generations will cease to exist, and there'll be new pathways that are created for future generations. So I think we need to teach people to think entrepreneurially and learn how to adapt to the changing times.
If you have an idea, don't sit on it, just get it out there, talk to people about it, because if you have an idea right now, in a week's time, somebody else might have already came across that idea as well and tapped right into it.
Work experience is no longer going to your dad's office and stapling bits of paper together. Work experience now is going and exploring an area that you're interested in. It's spending proper time with an individual or with that person. The connectivity of the world means that we can do that from the other side of the world. We can visually experience what that workplace is like. We can live chat with a person within that workplace. We can follow them around. We've got the capacity now to really get into a space and experience it.
I'm Connor McKenna. I work as a digital product designer. I kind of work all over the place. I work with a company called Oracle. So the skills I would say people are going to need in the future, the one that has been most beneficial to my career is being able to sort of self-educate using the internet.
Flexibility, versatility.
Understanding other people in the future. A lot of business now is becoming relationships with people and going to these networking events, shaking hands.
But ultimately, again, to be able to strip it back and to think about what they as an individual, what you as a person can add to that dynamic.
Being good people to other people goes a long way in business now, and I think that's a really important skill that entrepreneurs and business people now need to have.
How to kind of develop a system that I suppose supports all ways of learning, I don't know the answer to that, but I think to get into a position with education where it's no longer kind of you start here and you end here with an exam somewhere at the end.
You're sitting in a classroom and you're learning something and you're thinking, when am I ever going to use this in real life? Like, where is the relevance? So I think the best way to help people learn those skills is to make it relevant to them, show them real life examples. A big emphasis in my course as well was on teamwork, so every project that we did was focused in groups. I think that is really realistic and a really good example of real life, because in reality, like even with our business, our product, I can't do everything myself. I need other people to specialise in other aspects around about it.
A more practical approach is definitely, I think, needed in the education system for sure.
I think hopefully a change that we see going forward is companies maybe making more of a proactive effort to include people that are historically marginalised from employment. I think we have this big untapped resource of people that, for example, in Social Bite's experience, we've took on people into employment from homeless backgrounds. Now, these people would have never in a million years been seen as suitable for a job, but I think one of the things we've learned is if you have a bit of patience and a bit of commitment to that process, then they can thrive and become real assets to your organisation.
Some way that you can essentially adapt to say, well, if you're kind of roughly interested in this stuff, you can kind of go that way, and if you're interested in this stuff and maybe you are into sort of more formal skill sets, then you can go that way. You know, it's something that's way more adaptive based on the sort of individual need would be ideal.
We've got this capacity and this ability to do things really, really differently, and I think it's very important we embrace that to really transform and shape our learning, our choices, our life choices and our experiences.